Guys, let's see if I can summarize this up. I know I should be watching the Astros game, but once again, some of my favorite matchups in the league are Tampa Bay Rays versus New York Yankees. So the Yankees went up, and then Tampa came back, and then the Yankees went up again, and then Tampa had a big inning. And let me see if I can describe that inning to you. So basically, Hunter Renfroe struck out, then Willie Adames walked. Then Manuel Margot walked. Then Joey Wendell hits a double on a line drive to left, and Willie Adames and Manuel Margot score. And then Zunino walked. So all the offense so far for the Rays is by Joey Wendell. And then all of a sudden, Mike Brasso, the right fielder, had a sacrifice fly to Mike Tauchman, and then Joey Wendell scored. Then I think it was at that point 3-3 or 4-3, something like that, and basically Joey Wendell is part of all of three of those runs. So then Austin Meadows struck out end of inning, and unfortunately, the next thing you know, Luke Voit singles for the Yankees. Mike Tauchman strikes out, and then the next thing you know, Gio Urshela homers on a line drive to left field, which sucked, and put the Yankees back up, I think at that point, 4-3 or something like that. Anyway, so the next thing you know, I'm like, okay, you know what? This sucks, because right now, the one thing I know is that the Tampa Bay Rays own the Yankees. And what I mean by that is they played 6 times this year, and the Rays have won 5, and the Yankees have only won once. The next thing you know, we go into the top of the 6th inning, and Yandy Diaz doubles. Brandon Lau walks. So we got 2 men on base. Okay, I'm like, okay, well, there's 2 guys on base, nothing going on here. The next thing you know, G-Man Choi lines out. I'm like, Okay, Willie Adames comes up, the shortstop, called out on strikes. I'm like, oh man, this sucks. 2 men on base with no outs, and now there's 2 outs, and blah, blah, blah. You can see where this is going. The next thing you know, Manuel Margot singles with a little bloop single over Mike Tauchman, and to Mike Tauchman. Yandy Diaz scores. I'm like, oh my God, we got something going on here. The next thing you know, guess who's up to bat? Joey Wendell. Joey Wendell hits a rocket that was about 1 foot away from being a 3-run home run. And I was like, oh my God, he left a couple guys on base. Anyway, whoever was on third, I think it was Brandon Lau scored. Manuel Margot, I think, advanced to third. But the next thing you know, Mike Zunino comes up and has a 3-run home run and takes the lead 8-4. Unless we're in the 7th inning right now. Oh my God. And then additionally, Mike Brasso doubles, and then nothing happens after that. So anyway, one other thing I wanted to mention. Let me go back to the original statement. Unless the Yankees do something crazy here, the Rays might pull this out. We know it's not over till it's over. And right now, they just got another single. So they have 2 men on base. And, they just scored, actually. Oops. They just scored 8-5. 8-5. But there are 2 outs. Yeah, Luke Voit has a bloop single to right field, 8-5. But anyway, that's not the point. The point I was going to make, besides, let's see if they come back or not, because the game's not over till it's over. We all know that. But the one interesting thing about the Rays is last year they had the best at bat of all year, I thought, was Travis d'Arnaud versus Aroldis Chapman. Of course, we all know about the Altuve versus Chapman. But Travis d'Arnaud, I can't remember, it was the 11th or 12th or 13th pitch where he hits his 3rd run of the day as a walk-off. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't a walk-off. It was top of the 9th. They just had to close it out. And then another cool thing is there's a pitcher named Chaz Rowe for Tampa Bay, and there's a guy, the replacement second baseman, named Tyler Wade for the Yankees. So when they go up against each other, it's Chaz Rowe versus Tyler Wade, or Rowe v. Wade. So it's kind of funny to see Rowe v. Wade. And another thing I wanted to mention about the Yankees is they have a lot of injuries right now. Let me see if I can get all of this straight, because I'm not Googling it, I'm not looking it up. But right now, is it Stanton's out? I think not with a calf. He has a hamstring. Who else is out? Judge, I believe, has a thumb injury. DJ LeMahieu has an injury. He'll be out 2 to 3 weeks. And then one other big name player, and I cannot remember, has a calf injury, and he'll be out for 3 to 4 weeks. So once again, I can't name them all, but Stanton, Judge, LeMahieu, and one other, they're injured on the Yankees. And if Tampa pulls this one out, once again, they're up 8-5. If Tampa pulls this one out, then they're going to be in a tie for first place in the AL East. And I am praying, hoping and praying that my second favorite team in the league, the Tampa Bay Rays, can pull out that division. And oh my God, that would be so great. That would be so great. Anyway, let's see what happens. And that, I just wanted to give you guys an update of what I'm looking at. And okay, here comes Jalen Beeks up to pitch. So that should be interesting. Anyway, that's my video. You guys can watch the Rays game for yourself, and take care.